Hi, this is Steve Bishop with Legacy Realty Services, and we're going to discuss why you'd want to buy a HUD home. Okay, the advantages of buying a HUD home, the first one is you can get an FHA loan. Of course, you can do that with any house, but HUD and FHA are one and the same. Currently, the down payment on a HUD home is 3.5% in Virginia. However, across the country, there are states with down payments for HUD homes as low as $100, and incentives, meaning they give you money just to fix up the home or to buy curtains or furniture, of up to $2,500. So you got to keep an eye on HUD homes. That may come in the future. There may be a day where homes sold by HUD will have a down payment of $100. And again, the reason HUD can do that is because HUD and FHA are one and the same. Also, HUD will pay up to 3% in closing cost, and all you have to do is ask for it. They're not going to counter. They're not going to counter your offer of 3% and ask that maybe you take 1%. They're not going to play any games. As long as it's 3% or less, they'll accept it. And of course, you must close within 45 days. Now, this actually works in your favor. People that are not looking for a HUD home necessarily, that are just looking at any home, usually are not going to be prepared to close in 45 days. But if you know this up front and you're prepared to go to settlement in 45 days, and of course that depends a lot on your lender, then you're going to be in a position to buy a HUD home, and it eliminates a lot of competition. So that's good if you're interested in a HUD home. Homes are sold as is. Now, most people look at that as a negative, but they misunderstand what that means. All it means is that HUD will not make any repairs, and they're telling you this up front. You can buy a regular home sold by, Joe Smith, and he may not want to make any repairs, but you won't find out until it's under contract. You do a home inspection, you ask for something to be repaired, and he says no, or she says no. But HUD tells you up front that they're not going to make repairs to the home, and that's their policy. Again, the word as is, though, scares a lot of people away, even real estate agents. So again, it reduces competition. Home inspections. A lot of people don't realize that HUD allows home inspections. In fact, they promote home inspections. And they do have a provision that if there's a major defect found in the home, you do not have to buy it. So again, the word as is becomes even less scary, even though it shouldn't be scary to start. Next, HUD uses their own contract and addendums. Now, this may not mean a whole lot to the purchaser, but real estate agents shy away from HUD homes because real estate agents will use their local board contracts, and they're very familiar with those contracts. HUD contracts and addendum are unfamiliar to real estate agents. So most agents will shy away from HUD homes. They're not familiar with the rules. They are different than regular real estate. And again, that reduces the competition. And of course, if you keep reducing the competition, there's less demand, which is actually great for you. And what does that result in? It results in great prices, mainly because of those reasons that I mentioned earlier, that there's less demand for HUD homes because fewer people know of it. Even fewer people, maybe real estate agents especially, will shy away from it, making it a great deal for you. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So here we have a house in Culpeper, and you can see the price was $144 when it was listed. It was originally listed at $180, and it was appraised for $180. But it sold at 49% below the appraised value, 37% below the list price, and you can see the purchase price down there of $91,000. Next one is in Spotsylvania. It sold 12% below the appraised value and list price at $117. Next one is in King George. That one sold 42% below the appraised value and 28% below the list value. The reason that the sales price and the appraised value are different is it's been for sale for a little bit, and they'll reduce them within sometimes 30 or 60 days. In this case, you can see an investor bought this house. An investor bought this one also, and they got this one for 37% below the appraised value, which is real important, and 30% below price. So it was reduced, and it did sell, and it was built in, let's say, it was built in 2003. Also, you can see the list date and the offer accepted date. So these are all very recent. You don't have to look at too many HUD sales to see that they're great deals. Next one, another investor. And you may be asking, why are investors getting these homes? This one was 36% below the appraised value and 29% below the list price. Well, investors are savvy. They know where the great deals are, and it's HUD homes. But let me tell you this. Investors have a disadvantage to owner-occupants. Again, the public isn't well informed, and investors are shrewd. But if an owner-occupant submits a bid and also an investor, if they're both acceptable to HUD and the investor's offer is better to HUD, they'll accept the owner-occupant's offer over the investor. HUD prefers to sell homes to owner-occupants, not investors, but if they're not getting any offers from owner-occupants, they'll sell it to an investor. And of course, an owner-occupant is somebody that's looking to buy the house to live in. HUD wants to make sure that if they sell it to somebody as an owner-occupant, and sometimes there's incentives associated to being an owner-occupant, like the lower down payment, and sometimes actual cash incentives. They want to make sure the person's not lying and is an investor in disguise. So again, here's another investor bought this house at 48% below the appraised value and 36% below list price. The purchase price there is on the bottom. And of course the highlighted values up above are the price and the appraised value. Here's another one. This one's in Stafford, originally listed at $220, which was the appraised value, was reduced to $198, and an owner-occupant bought this for $155. It's a really good deal, 30% below the appraised value, which is really the important number. Also 22% below the list price. Here's another one in Spotsylvania. This was a really good deal. It came up for sale. It sold rather quickly. The price was not reduced. An investor bought it, and they got it for 30% below the appraised value. Again, located in Spotsylvania County, a 9% reduction. This was an owner-occupant, bought for $120,000, a little over $120,000. The appraised value $132,000, and it was built in 2003. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in buying a HUD home, please contact us. We work in the Northern Virginia area, concentrating in Stafford, Spotsylvania, Fredericksburg, and surrounding counties. So please give us a call. If we're not able to help you because of the distance, we can certainly find an agent that knows how to sell HUD homes. You have a great day.